Oh, fuck. Now here's my leg damage. Pretty bad. Yeah. She asked me, "Were you videoing when you fell?" And they're like, everyone's like, "I want to watch it. I want to watch." Look at that. And that's pretty bad. Pretty deep. When I took off my socks, you could see like deep into the flesh. That's gross. Okay, so this happened today. Welcome to the video. It's going to be quite a video today.
Give me a break, man. Give him a break because he sure deserves one. And when he's back from his break, you'll see his parts made in Japan. He is the modern man. So give him a break.
Okay, here we are. Okay, taping. I'm at my in-laws' house with my kids. Right? Hello. Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Okay. And we're going to go out into the country with a strong zero. Yay. Bye. And should be okay here. They're like, don't show the people on the internet how dirty this house is, they said. Putting on my shoes. Give me a second here. The camera doesn't fall. I'm using the new DJI gimbal with the microphones. And I'm using a special Rode app so I can do dual camera. And I decided, I've done this before, but this time I've decided to have the Rode, this is the outside, have the Rode camera, this is called a PIP size, which is smaller, see? And we're going to walk around the country. This is one of my favorite little things to do when I come over here to my in-laws' house. If you live out in the country, well, country, it's the suburbs, but in Japan this is considered the country. And give you a look around. Oh, you want to see something weird? We'll take the river. We'll take the river first. I'll show you this house over here on the right. This is a walking this is a laundry video, by the way, and a video, kind of a video reaction. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to show you something weird about Japanese. Some weird Japanese things. That does not piss me off. See the car? License plate 85, 85, 85, 85. Everything's 85 because, yeah, that's what they like to do. Let's pop open this strong zero here. Yeah. How's the mic? Tell me how the mic is. Much better than before, I think. Cheers. We just came back from Costco. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a video response that was inspired by, again, this was a video sent to me by Erin, who used to live in Nagoya and used to comment on my videos. And she's a big Hiko Simon commenter as well. And yeah, they used to have I think up here they had a big plot of land. This used to be one big plot of land, and they broke it up into 4 houses. You're going to see an Akia up here on the right, which is an empty house. This is a very narrow road, so cars have trouble getting by. I'm sure I'm not helping much. Up here on the right, this house used to have all these big dogs. Yeah, I love the houses in Japan. It's a little bit different from my neighborhood because they have bigger houses out here, much bigger houses, and much cheaper land. I'll take you in a little bit. This is all, it's all trash now. It's all trash. This house is abandoned. Look at that. It's too bad, huh? Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We're going to go up to the river and then walk down across the rice fields. And I've got a little list of pet peeves and stuff. So let's get back to the root here. The root of the matter. So this is a long ass story. So it's 2025. Back in 2009 or so, I was kind of friendly with a guy named JapanChannel.com, and we had a falling out, as I do with everyone, which probably tells you a lot about my personality. Well, not everyone. I'm still friends with quite a few people. including Higo Simon. So at least I got, you know, at least one. No, I still have quite a few friends, but I've had falling outs with everyone. As you know, when you're social with people, you eventually have conflicts and problems and differences of opinion. Yeah, which way should we go? By the river? Or let's go into the neighborhood. Yeah, go into the fields. Okay. Anyway, so 2009, I was friends with this guy who was the guy that makes the channel, Japan channel DCOM, I think is his name. And he does videos very similar to mine, I suppose. I'm sure he would argue that his are much better, but actually, I don't know. I don't even know him anymore because it's a long time ago. So let me be the first to say, I hope if he does see this video, he hears about this, let bygones be bygones. But we had quite a bit of a beef back there. Hash it out? No, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But anyway, we we stayed away from each other, and I forgot all about him. Oh, there was something that kind of bugged me, but not directly about him. So, Eric Surf 6, who's now a pretty big YouTuber, and Tomoko-san, who used to be on my channel, contributor, they went off with Japan. Oh, look at all those dogs over there. Oh my God, I've never seen that before. I've walked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little dogs on top of a roof over there, all growling. Anyway, they JapanChannel.com has a pilot's license apparently, and they went off and flew with him on his little airplane, which I'm totally, don't care. I don't mind at all. But for some reason they kept it a secret. Like they thought I would be upset because they knew of the falling out. So that's the only thing that kind of bugged me about him. And it wasn't even him, it was mostly them. They just assumed that I would be childish and hold it against them. But I didn't care at all. I mean, I don't care. And the thing about me is I'm if we want to call it blunt, abrasive, aggressive, honest, but I'm also very forgiving. So, if I think you've done something wrong, but you say you're sorry or whatever, then we're done. I thought at the time that, of course, again, this is a long time ago. I think it's 16 years ago, right? Is that right? Yeah. So, yeah, who cares? And he's probably a very different person now. But anyway, so Aaron sent me a video of his that's got only about 1,500 views. So his channel is suffering the same thing that my channel is suffering, which is basically that, for some reason the older channels are not being promoted much anymore, or our viewers are tired of us, or whatever, who cares? Who knows the reason, but anyway, he talks about things that Japanese people do that we foreigners might find impolite. And he jumps over to mention some things that we do that Japanese might find impolite as well. Got some containers back here. In the summertime, oh look, turtles. See a turtle? Usually you don't see turtles much anymore at this time of the year because it's November, right? There's a turtle right there just hanging out. Hi, turtle. I was going to say we would see turtles if it were summertime, but even though it's not summer, oh, there's another one over there. Look at that. Oh, he dove under. Did you catch him? You can. Yeah, that's where he was. Anyway, let's go back. Okay. There are no bears in this area, by the way, in case you're curious. Bear attacks all over the place. Hear that? Bubbles. No bears in this particular area of Japan, though in Toyota, which is just down the street, a lot of bears. Yeah, so let me say this again. This is a laundry video, which is a long, rambling, walk and talk podcast type of video, which you can look at or listen to, whichever. Someone mentioned on a previous video that they couldn't watch the last video because it made them sick, so sorry about that. You can listen to that if that person is, I forgot the person's name, but so anyway, he made a list of things that bothered him and things that Japanese think things that Japanese would find rude when they see foreigners doing. The big example of that is, of course, blowing your nose in public, which he does mention. Which, yeah, you don't really see much. But this is what you have to remember. I wouldn't get too caught up over the rules things, because all those rules that you hear you shouldn't break, Japanese break them all the time. There's litter all over the place. There's people eating and walking, you know, drinking and walking, getting drunk, pissing in the street. When, I mean, come on, it's common sense that pissing in the street is much worse than walking down the street eating a sandwich. But people do it. I've seen a taxi driver choose, oh, there's a cat. I've seen a taxi driver get out of his car in front of a public toilet in a park and piss on the side of the public toilet. Like, all he had to do was walk inside. But he didn't. We might go down here. This looks interesting. I hope I don't probably trespassing here. But oh no, well look, there's a sign. Arakawa, maybe. Let's see. I'm putting this away here, so I can let me. Oh, little still bugs out here. Here we are. There's a cat over there. See him? He's escaping. Not much to see this way though. Just maybe this is not a good idea. I'll take you down a little bit just to show you the nature. Okay, and I'm gonna take out my spare cell phone here to show you what we're talking about here. Okay, so one of the first things that he mentions is, oh, I like that tractor. Look at that old tractor. One of the first things he mentions is that Japanese like to hand motion. There's a worm. Oh, that's weird. There's a worm down here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Look at that. That looks like a plastic worm. Doesn't even look like it's real. It looks like a fishing worm. So Japanese, I guess I have to put this somewhere so you can see it. How do I do this? Okay, so Japanese, where can I put this thing? Is this gonna work? No, it's not stable at all. There we go. When something's okay, Japanese people do this. When something's bad, they do this. Or this, okay? You get that visual, right? Okay. Now, something to know about Japanese grading, when you grade on a, if you're at a school and you grade a paper, a check mark is actually means it's wrong. And a circle means it's right. A X also means it's wrong, but usually a lot of teachers use checks. So Japanese get confused if you check something, because in English a check is good, right? Check that off, right? It's done, I succeeded, right? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Wow, look at that. Failure. I'm all wet. And I tripped. Oh my god. Cut my hand. I'm walking in the goddamn gutter now. Fuck. My shoes are wet. I got no hands here. Ouch. Hurt my right leg. Damn it. Well, let's see if this thing's broken. Here. I don't know. Maybe not. Is it broken? Maybe. Did it turn off? Turn off. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. My ass is all wet. This is karma. Is this karma? God, look at that. That's bad. At least I didn't break a finger. But I cut my hand pretty deeply. Just a scrape. It's just a scrape. Didn't break my glasses. Oh, is my mic still there? Yeah, mic is still there. I can tell that I don't even know where I am now. Oh man. I do have a change of clothes at my in-laws' house, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go home. Oh my god. Failed video response. But this thing seems to be working still. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it seems to be off or broken. I don't know. No, it doesn't seem to be working anymore. Oh yeah, it's on. The microphone's still connected, so damn it. I'm still kind of stunned. I'm okay. I'll walk it off. Shall we power through? Oh damn! I still got the can. I was afraid I'd accidentally lit it. Oh, what about the other phone? Oh, the other phone. I got that too. Okay. Okay. This gimbal is not working correctly though. Here we go. Is that right? There we go. Okay. Oh, my other arm. No, my other hand is fine. Just there's blood on it from the other hand. Well, we're gonna power through. Okay. His next complaint is Japanese people throwing English into conversations when they're talking to you in Japanese, as if it's going to help. And yeah, I'll agree with him completely. That is a annoying thing to do. Many people do. Like for some reason they'll try to speak English with you even though you're speaking fairly fluent. I mean, I don't know about what his situation is like, but my Japanese is fairly good. I can talk about most subjects in Japanese, and I'll have a conversation in Japanese. And right in the middle of it, for some reason, they'll think it's time to speak English. Let me see if I can adjust this camera. I think it's a little bit off balance here. Yeah, as blood comes out my arm. That's annoying. I will agree with him. That's an annoying thing to do. But it happens, you know. But I will tell you this. Here's the evolution of the gaijin living in Japan. When you come to Japan, you're just happy that anyone speaks English at all. This is the rice field that I like. You're just happy that anyone speaks English at all. I'm trying to figure out how to. My left hand is a little bit injured now, so I'm going to have to move this phone to my left hand and use the right hand to hold the gimbal. Oh, here we go. Ouch, my right leg hurts quite a bit. I can hear my wife saying right now, "Baka, baka tonight." It wasn't because I was drunk, because I only had one drink. And by the way, in case you're curious about that. Ow, 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 right. That's gonna hurt. You know when you first get hurt, it doesn't really hurt that much, but then later it starts hurting more and more. That's what's gonna happen to me. So Japanese. So here's the evolution of the gaijin. You come to Japan, you don't speak any Japanese or very little, so you're happy to find anyone who speaks fluent Japanese. I've got sewer water on my glasses. Is that a sewer? That could have been a sewer. I don't know. It doesn't smell that bad. Maybe it's just a ditch. Well, there are turtles in it, you know, so clean enough to have turtles in it. Got my wallet? Yeah, didn't lose my wallet. Okay. So when you come to Japan, you're happy to speak English with anyone. Then you study your ass off, and after a year or two, you start wanting to speak more Japanese with people and practice Japanese with people. And you become annoyed with people when people insist on speaking English with you, especially strangers. Like your friends, maybe you'll forgive because maybe their English is better. I mean, yeah, their English is better than your Japanese, but yeah. Just checking out the blood here. Should probably go home and get that clean, huh? I don't know. If that's sewer water, I don't think there's any water. It's just gravel. Anyway, and he talks about how everyone stares at you. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, maybe kids. If kids staring at you bothers you, then I think that's kind of your problem. They're kids. What's the big deal? What do you expect? You expect kids to be socialized? Kids are rude. Kids are honest. They'll stare at you, but not that much, you know. There's a couple kids at my son's school who are like, think it's the coolest thing that I'm a gaijin, you know. Oh, that's Little Vic's dad. Oh, he's cool. He's cool. And I mean, to be fair, I'm stronger than like almost all the dads probably. Except there's one guy. Yeah, he goes to the same gym as I do, and I've seen him do pull-ups and push-ups. He's got me on pull-ups, but I think I got him on the bench press. Anyway, that doesn't matter. He's a nice guy. We're friends. He's in good shape. But he talks about Charisma Man, which is funny because I know the creator of Charisma Man. If you know, used to be my roommate back in the day. In Nagoya, and they put out a comic book, and actually someone bought the movie rights but didn't do anything with them, so nothing ever happened. Or maybe they were trying to sell the movie rights. I don't remember exactly the details, but there is a character named Charisma Man and a comic book named Charisma Man, and even t-shirts and stuff. So if you look it up, you might be able to find it. I've got a t-shirt. That was Neil, very creative guy. He created Charisma. I think it was him and someone else, but I'm not sure. Or maybe he bought the rights. I don't remember. But anyway, he had the book, Charisma Man. It was just funny for me to hear the JapanChannel.com guy say it. He does mention another thing that bothers him is the way Japanese people say, huh? You know, when they don't understand something, and it annoys me too. And when I'm teaching English and I hear my students say that, I say, don't say that. You sound like an old woman in English. It's like you can't hear, huh? What are you saying? And I will admit, yeah, that annoys me a little bit, but not when we're speaking Japanese, because that's the way Japanese people speak. Yeah. Oh yeah, back to the evolution. So, sorry. When you are trying to regain my senses after falling down, that was embarrassing. I'm gonna give you that video though. This thing is not broken though. That's amazing, huh? So at first you're happy to speak English. Then you're frustrated because no one will speak Japanese with you. Then after six years or so, at least in my case, after studying more and more, you get over it, and you like forgive people for the way they are. I mean, the way Japanese are. They're kind of, internationally speaking, as a group, as a population, they're naive, as in, and I don't mean not naive, innocent, inexperienced. They don't know how to deal with you, so that's the way they deal with you. They stare at you. They try to speak English with you when they know they really can't. They have a hard time understanding that foreigners can speak Japanese well, or at least good enough, you know. But that's becoming less and less because there's more of us. There's so many more of us. Now, I came here 34 years ago, and then we were really, you know, we were those sore thumbs sticking out, the nails to be hammered down. But nobody really hammered you down. They just looked at you. And we were charisma men. That's where that came from. Yeah, in case you don't know, charisma man is the idea that a nerd comes to Japan, like a little white eyeglass wearing, freckled bucktooth kid comes to Japan, skinny, and he becomes like James Bond on the eyes of Japanese because you know he's a rarity there. It's a little bit like most. I mean, I don't want to be insulting, but you'll see a beautiful tree. Look at that. You'll see Japanese girls who are not actually that pretty, or let's say Asian girls who are not that pretty, who white guys just go nuts over. You know, they got that yellow fever and stuff, which is really not fair. There are a lot of other girls who are much prettier, and you'll have the opposite. Like it truly is. It's really true that you can be a total nerd, dweeb, skinny, unattractive, you know, skinny guy coming to Japan and get a really hot girlfriend. Though I have to say, I don't really see many many fat guys get hot girls in Japan. There are some, but I don't see that many. I feel like it's, I think being skinny is still a good point. I mean, if you're a dweeb or a nerd or whatever you want to call yourself, I think being skinny still helps. Yeah, gives you an advantage over the fat guys. Oh, there are all the persimmons. Look at that. The tree is full. When these rice fields are full of rice, all the white storks are here. I think one of their names is Sagi, which also means fraud, but it's a bird's name. But you can hear all the birds over there, right? Look at all those persimmons, huh? My ass is wet from a goddamn ditch. I'm walking around with I'm sure my right leg is bleeding, having hit something. I'll look at it later. Maybe I'll add it to the end of this video. Anyway, if you want to come to Japan and get a girlfriend, be skinny. That still helps. They're still fat phobic, if you want to call that, right? They're just not used to like huge, normal size American people. In America, I would be like normal or thin, maybe, but in Japan, I'm like slightly chubby, I guess. I got a gut. Anyway, so back to the evolution. Yeah, now this comes up with something that he talks about a little bit later about when people Nihongo Jozu desu ne. We call it Nihongo Jozu. I was Nihongo Jozu'd, which basically means, oh, someone complimented my Japanese. I don't get that much when I'm out and about talking. But, you know, if I talk with anyone new, someone might randomly say it. Oh, you speak Japanese. And I gloss over it real quick. And I always say, I can talk about regular things, but don't ask me about politics or the economy. I say, you know, 政治家の話とか経済的な話とかそういう話はできない。I said, I can't talk about those things, but I can 普通の話はだったらできる。I can talk about regular things. And then they chuckle and then we go off. Now, when I was walking around with Maggie, when Maggie was alive, over 11 years ago, no one would ever ask me where I was from or compliment my Japanese. It was like a given that if I have a dog, I must be able to speak Japanese. So it wasn't surprising. Like if you approach a foreigner with a dog, like that guy probably speaks Japanese. How do you have a dog in Japan otherwise? Huh? A lot of birds over there. You can hear them, right? We're gonna go over there, look at the birds, because I'm a nature freak. My nickname as a high school boy, or no, junior high school boy, was nature boy, because I loved animals. Loved going into the woods. Sniffing. Here's something that he mentioned, which is completely true, and it's always often surprised me. When you will see people do this all the time, and I was brought up being told that was rude. That's rude to sniff. And I had this beautiful middle-aged woman in my English class. You know what she would do? She would put her finger on one nose and like that, like to increase the potency of the sniff, and suck that booger right up in there, which I always thought was like so gross. And she was so elegant, so beautiful. Such a lady, you know. But she would do that, you know, like it was nothing. We're going towards the birds. I don't know if I should whisper now. You can see them. I can see them over there. So many in that bush over there. I think it's okay to walk in this field since they've already harvested the rice, cut the rice out. So I would usually walk around it. Oh, they're starting to quiet down. I think they know I'm coming. Can you see them? Now they're quiet because they know I'm coming. They're scared. Look how many. See? Look at it. So many. Oh, there they go. Oh, goodbye, birdies. Oh, look at that. I scared them all away. Oh. Some of them moved down here. Well, I'm going to exit this field this way anyway, so I'll bring you by them again. Anyway, You know, yeah. You know when they say walk it off when you feel you have pain? I think that's helps. Look at all the birds. Goodbye, birds. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk home now and or walk back to my in-laws' house and get some medical attention and put up with their laughing at me. You know what my son does is when he when whenever I get hurt, he just laughs out loud. It's It kind of bugs me, but at the same time, it makes me happy too. I don't know why. See, this is another little ditch, very similar to the one I just fell into. Don't want to do that twice. Anyway, so after I saw his video, I went over to, I did a little, I had some ideas of my own. I did a little search too. Here's one thing that, yeah, off the top of my head, things that bug me about Japanese. Or used to bug me, and now they don't so much. One of the things that will bug everybody, most foreigners, is the fact that Japanese are not direct. This is an important one. Japanese are not direct when they have a problem with you. But they will tell someone near you in hope that that person leaks that information to you. So, I was teaching at a university, and I was just doing this is a couple years ago, and I introduced this. I hired this guy when I used to be the head teacher of the YWCA years ago. And I hired a guy who was very grateful, and he introduced me. Later, he got a job at a university, and he introduced me to that university, and they needed someone to sub for a while. So I was over there, and I was doing a good job, and they were quite impressed with me. Not to blow my own horn. 自慢するつもりないんですけど. And one of the staff there, one of the other Japanese teachers, who was a Japanese woman, she asked me to watch one of the other foreigners' teachers, just observe it, and if I could just give him some pointers. And that basically was her way of letting him know that she was not happy with the way he was teaching the class, by having me go over there and just watch the class. And kind of, you know. But I watched the class, and to be honest, I thought he was fine. I didn't see any problem with it. I had nothing to add. But that's when he got the message, you know. He got the message that she was the head of the English department, she was unhappy with the way he was teaching. Anyway, that indirect communication thing is very annoying to many foreigners who come here, and you'll hear about that. Here, let me put something to rest. A lot of you have probably heard about the honne and tatemae thing. I think it's kind of overdone, like the importance of that is overdone in Japan. In case you don't know what this is, honne is your real feelings, and tatemae is the way you act on the, it's like being two-faced. Like you have the things you say in public and the things you say in private, or the way you really feel and what you say. Like, you know, I like your haircut, that looks nice, but actually I think it looks like shit. Things like that. So that, they have a name for it in Japan, in Japanese. It's called tatemae, which is the outside, and the honne, which is the real truth. But every country has that. We have that in Spanish. We have that in, I mean, I speak Spanish fluently, a little rusty, but still fluently. We have that in English. You know, we just say my true feelings. You know, I can't. You know, people have these expressions. Like, you know, why do you think we have these expressions in English? Can't lie, man. I gotta be honest. You know, to tell the truth. I mean, we have those expressions. And we have things called white lies. So it's the same goddamn thing, but for some reason, I mean, they have special word for it in Japanese. So, you know, people think that the Japanese do it more or something, but I don't think so. And if you listen to them, you'll know that they are telling you things without saying it directly. I'll give an example. If your kids are noisy, they'll say, wow, your kids are really energetic, aren't they? And what they're saying is, your kids are fucking noisy, man. Tell those kids to keep it down. That's what they're saying. But you got to hear that, right? Or, oh, this is a karate guy. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, he's going inside now. There's an old man over there. I had my Sony, not my Sony, my Canon camera out a couple years ago, and I was walking around and I saw him punching. This is a guy who He's 80 years old and he practices karate outside. And I took his picture. I took really nice pictures of him. I never showed him the pictures. I don't even know where they are. I haven't seen him for like 3 or 4 years. I just assumed he was dead. But he's still alive and he's smoking and having a good time. I'm going to say hello. Watch him punch. お久しぶりです。3年前ぐらい会いました。覚えてるかな？空手の先生ですね、昔の。そうそうそう。いっぱい教えてくれた。カメラで写真撮って撮りました。覚えてますか？昔、もう3年前か4年前。そうそうそう、すいません。妻の両親、この近くに住んで。そうそうそうそう。まだ元気ですね。
もうダメだよね。
もう全然元気だよ。今何歳ですか？聞いていいかな。
78です。
全然若いじゃん。
ダメ。
でもタバコはダメ。
タバコね。1日2本だけ。
本当。すごい我慢してるね。まだ空手やってるね。
まだね、少しあるね。
そう。ちょっと見せて。フォーム2見せて。今ね、転んだばかりからちょっと怪我した。
あ、本当。大丈夫。
今これ。大丈夫。今から帰ります。大丈夫、本当に。すいません。すいません、ありがとう。フォーム見せて。いい？
もう行かない。
大丈夫。すいません、ありがとう。1枚でいいよ。すいません。
もう
コロナ
なった時からもうやめた。
本当。
もうみんなに任せてね。僕が教えたことだけじゃみんな。
いつあったね。コロナの前だったかな。そう。僕も老けたでしょ。わかんないよね。
知らん人がね。夕方見えたんだよな、こっちの方から見えた。
もう回ってるね。ちょっと散歩。ちょっと親父のためにちょっとビデオ撮ってるから。アメリカに住んでる親父、88歳だからまだ全然若いじゃん。
やっぱりね、仕事を辞めたしね。
目的がないとダメですよ。
ダメだね。コロナになってからね、ちょっともう辞めちゃった。怖かったからね。
何が辞めちゃう？
コロナを。
何を辞めた？
道場行くのね。
仕事辞めた？
仕事はその時ちょうど辞めた。
空手も辞めた？
空手はまだやってるけど、もう僕の教えた子たちが今先生やってるか
ら。そうだね。79歳。
78。
すいません。ちょっといい？
もう。
見せて。
恥ずかしいから。
なんだそうなんです。フォームだけ。
フォームだけでいい？
はい。
こっからこうやって通過したけど。
いいね。いい音。気持ちいい。
年取ってるから。
でもまだ元気で。まだ会えてよかった、本当に。元気かなとずっと会ってないから。その日ね、3年、いつだったか覚えてないけど、すごくいい写真撮った。うちにどこにあるから、今度持ってきますから。すごく綺麗な写真撮れたから。
奥さんの最初来た。
今、子供たちとみんなちょっと遊びに来たから。
今どっちに住んでるの？
名古屋。そう。遊びに来ただけ。毎週末来てるけど。
それはいいね。
そう。逆とか、じいちゃんばあちゃんうちに来るから。
もうこれはちょっとね、やることもないから。酒飲んでばっかり。
YouTube ビデオ作ればいい。みんな聞きたいと思うよ、話とか。も
ういいわ。もうね、引退ぼちぼち。
そう。
ちょっとね、もう。
でもなんかやらないとね、目的がないとね。
ちょっと夢だからね。それじゃあもうガッとね。
やったね。
木に落ちちゃったね。
でもまだ運動してるでしょ？
いや、もう歩いてるぐらい。一時どういうかな、狭心症になったし、心臓がね、それで医者からもストップかかって、それが
本当
50ぐらいにね、なったね、ビューっとくるから実は狭心症で薬飲んでも全然治らなかったね。でまだ血管は詰まってなかったから。
だから手術とかいらない。
よかった。でもやっぱりギュッときた。でもしょうがないから、タバコも全部やめたのね。
いいこと。お酒は？
お酒全然ずっとやってる。だからその時に
さっき一本飲んだ。
時に
一本飲んだ。
それしはいい。なんていうの、もうこれは一緒だなと思ったからビールをねガンガン飲んでやったの。そしたらもう治っちゃった。
ビールで飲んだ？ビールで治ったの？
ビールブンブン飲んで薬飲んでもね、
うん。
あんま効かなかったね。でもどうなったらもういいやつもビールぐんぐん飲んだったらね、もう
不思議。
全然なんなかった。
うん。
だけどやっぱり運動せんとダメだね。
うん。
うん。
でもこれぐらいできるならまだ元気だ。
だから人が通る。
毎日やってる？
こうとね。
うん。
遊び相手がおらんからこれしょ。
うん。でもいいね。
だからね。だけど人が通るとねやっぱりいやらしいから。だから誰かが向こう行ったの。
そういうこと。恥ずかしいですか？
いややっぱりね。
いいんじゃないの？
がなかったから。
あ、そうかそうか。これ結構新しいね。あ、これ新しいだね。
もうできる。
あ、これもなかったやん、そういえば。
そう
今気がついた。
これがもうじきできるね。12月にできる。
おお、すごい早いね。結構いくらだったかな。
これはね、いいあれだから高いんじゃないかな。
3000万？もっと。
土地は安いけど建物はい
いよ。土地っていくらだった？
どれぐらいだろう、もう知らないもん。
うん。
でも
残りより安いけど。
安い。
ね。うん。僕はいつも田舎に引っ越そうねと妻って言ってるから嫌だ。田舎は嫌だって。長いの方がいいと。
車の免許証がないと。買い物できない。
そうです、そうだね。まだ運転してますか？
やってるけど、もう返すけどね。
ほんと。
車も。
そう、じいちゃんばあちゃんも返したからもう。だから僕は遊びに来るからね。自分で来れないし。
だけどまだね、バスが通ってるからいいけど。僕前もうちょっと向こうの方におったからね、昔。
本当。
50になるまでは下関というところでね、この川を。
あ、ここに引っ越したの？
そう。もう28年か。
まあ結構長いね。
だからたまたま。
あ、まだこれもやってるね。ガーデン庭。あ、本当。
庭はね。
一人で。
畑をやってる。
手伝わないといけない。
いや庭はね、もうできない。もう庭師さんにやってもらう。
じゃあうちに帰ってちょっとこれ洗ってくるから。でもまたすみません、お名前もう一回教えてください。
坂倉です。
坂倉さんです。
はい、どうぞ。
ナイスとミチュー。久しぶりです。じゃあまた頑張ってね。
頑張ってね。
So he moved here 28 years ago, he said. I don't know how much of the conversation you caught. I think you can probably turn on subtitles or something. I don't know how YouTube works, and I'm not going to add subtitles, but I'll tell you real quickly what he said. That after Corona, he got scared, so he stopped going into town. I would imagine he was already retired by then, though, so I don't know. Maybe he was talking about going to this karate school, and also I guess he was a teacher. Yeah, he was a teacher. And he said, and most of his students are now grown up to become teachers themselves. So I guess he doesn't have any students anymore. And he's thinking about turning in his license, which is something you see in Japan that's quite common. Older people are quite responsible. Like my dad's 88 and still drives. But this guy, he's 78. He's like, I'm going to turn in my license soon. You know, but it's hard living out here without a license. You need a car, you know, if you're going to live out here. I'm feeling better. Yeah, I think I'll be fine by tomorrow. Just walk this off. Maybe have another drink for the pain. So we got way off the subject, but that's fine. You know, I think we got a unique video today. We saw some birds. We saw a turtle. I had a mishap. Okay, so the things that bug me, the few things that do bug me that I can never get used to is maybe it's because I have misophonia. What's it called? Misphonia? Dysphonia? You know when you hate people's annoying noises bug you, right? so there's a slurping in Japan, right? It's basically you can slurp noodles, and it's completely acceptable. And when my mom came to visit, my mom's been here a couple times. But when she came to visit, she was aghast, like, oh my god, I can't believe we went to a noodle place. I don't remember what kind of noodle store it was, soba or something, but she was like, she could not believe how people were slurping their noodles. Like, oh my god. It's like, no, mom, that's completely normal. There's a little grasshopper. Hello, grasshopper. When we were in Hokkaido, we went to an onsen where the whole parking lot was full of these, and half of them were squashed by the cars. It's kind of gross. So the noodles thing kind of bugs me. Other things are really minor. I mean, this is a great place to live, even with the low wages and stuff. You can get by pretty cheaply if you're careful. I think you can live. I mean, people talk a lot about the inflation and the cost of living, and prices don't go up and stuff, and salaries haven't gone up, but it's actually still pretty cheap to live. My wife took a year off from work, and I supported both of us and the two kids. And with minor help from YouTube, but still, actually, well, I shouldn't say not minor help, but very important help. Like, thanks to some of the money coming in from YouTube, it helped quite a bit. But you know, I mean, I send my kids to their juku, their study classes, and the piano classes and dance classes and things like that. And the kids have a switch, so you know, we're doing 2 switches, right? They're doing fine. We don't eat out, but we buy food, good food, right? I always buy apples, and I always go at the end of the day to the supermarket to get half price sushi or sashimi. So if you're careful, you can get by quite well here, I think. Of course, you know, we have a house that we bought 17 years ago, and the mortgage is quite easy to handle. It's nothing much at all. It's like, I think we're paying like $600 a month for mortgage. It's quite easy, you know. The property tax is like, I think maybe $600 a year. Not much at all. Of course, it depends on when you live. Tokyo is a lot more expensive. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is usually full of water in the summer. All the rice has been harvested. Now, I'm going to let you guys, we're almost back to my in-laws' house. I'm going to let you listen to the conversation as they yell at me or berate me for being an idiot and falling into the ditch, which was like 40 years ago. And you know, hey, can you believe you should give me a thumbs up for just making this video, even though I've been injured. I'm going to upload this before tonight, and if you see this within a few hours of the upload, check for our live show that we'll be doing tonight. We're going to be looking at a video made by Sylvie the Queen, which is appropriate since I am the king, the once and future king of Japan. And she's done a interview of someone who's into papakatsu, or sugar daddy, which means basically you find an older gentleman, or gentlemen maybe, plural, to pay for your lifestyle, I think. Let's see. Okay, and the tripod has not been damaged, which is amazing, even though I fell. Okay, I'm gonna show you my damaged leg now at the end of the video. I'll add that on. Okay, this is gonna hurt. I gotta wash my injured hand. Okay, let's see. Oh! 久しぶり! 転んだ。転んだ。転んだ。転んだ。
田んぼに落ちたの？
そう。
引っ張って。
引っ張って。
やば。あれはねか。見せて。いやちょっと待って。なんで田んぼに落ちたの？
そう、後ろは？すぐ後ろ向きに落ちてたの？そう、と後ろから。
なんで手が？
わかんない。全部。あわわわわ。今ビール作ってた。
手で触れるでしょ。
捕まえて映したら
怖いんだもん。バッタも怖いんだよ。もう？
違う。
映った
何してるの？だから怖くないって言って。
捕まえ。
これが。
あ、じゃあね、なんかやめなさいってもう。
ネットじゃないよ。
これがベック。Put down here on my leg so I can see. Oh, nice. Oh, look at him.
リップ誰これ？
Whoa! Oh no! He's going for the goods! Ah, get him off my chin chin! Get him off! What if he bites down? Okay, but get him. Oh, you can leave him there. I don't care. I'm okay. He seems very peaceful. You friendly?
リップ誰これ？
大丈夫だよ多分。手の上に乗る。
As long as he doesn't try to drink my strong zero, we're okay.
もうね、
Okay.
すぐとやめてくれない
？What's he doing? He's licking his
おばあちゃん
fingers.
とこでは。
いやうちも同じだよ。すぐにやめてくれ。パパもう帰らな5時だよもう。
お酒の中に入りそう。